Hello production people, I'm Jim Ross, cinematographer with Cinematics HD with another Grip Truck Extras. These are tips about things you should consider keeping in your grip and electric complement, despite that these might not be the ordinary things you would find on a G&E checklist. This is the first in what I'm calling my coronavirus marathon. Right now, the motion picture industry and the commercial production industry is completely shut down in Atlanta. So I have plenty of time to do some video work for you. This episode is not about something to keep in your kit, but in ways to stay safe if you are working on set during the coronavirus outbreak. First things first. Let me say that if you and your friends have decided to take advantage of all this downtime to do that passion project or film that short, let me give you some advice. Stop! Getting together with a bunch of your friends, working in close proximity for long hours, filming on locations and cramped spaces is not exactly the best thing you could be doing right now. Like most production people, my calendar is completely empty, except for a shoot that I'm doing that is actually about the coronavirus itself. I'm working with a client over 3 days to produce videos about the outbreak. Things like how to protect yourself, precautions, things like that. Normally, I would do as I am instructed and stay home, but this is actually doing a public service, and it's with a group that is directly involved with aiding in treatment. So I feel like I'm doing a good thing, even though I got to admit I am getting paid. That being said, I am not going to risk my health and my life for this. So I have insisted on certain precautions being taken on set. Now I'm going to share those with you right now because you should follow these precautions to keep you safe on set should you be working during the outbreak. First, work with the smallest crew possible. For example, right now I am actually working with a zero crew. I do not have someone running my camera. I do not have someone running the teleprompter and directing me. I am here in the back of my ginormous 5-ton grip truck completely alone, except for my roommate's dog, Fred, who keeps barking at me through the window. Now, will this make my production suffer? Yes, of course. But what's important right now is to follow the guidelines of the World Health Organization and the CDC. Now, on the gig I will be working, I'm going to be the director of photography, the gaffer, the key grip, and the sound guy all at the same time. I will have one assistant, and the only reason I will have an assistant is because we are using a teleprompter, and I can't run a teleprompter and do all the other stuff at the same time. This means that the client has been made aware we will be doing only small setups, no big things going on that require a lot of people. We will have one director, and that is it for the crew. For the first time in my career, I even advise that we do not have a makeup artist. Now, normally I say a makeup artist is absolutely essential. However, we are going to be filming over 15 people, and having a makeup artist in the face of 15 people does not sound like a very good idea to me. Second is to have a totally closed set. Normally on corporate gigs, we'll have half a dozen people standing around watching, putting in their input, or just being bystanders. Instead, insist that the set be closed and only the absolutely essential people are present. Third, while on set, keep your distance from the people you are working with. Don't shake hands. I'm going to set up an external monitor so the director can be a few feet away. Don't have people congregating in the green room. We're going to be filming over 15 people over the course of the production, and I insisted that they be scheduled so they absolutely don't even get a chance to meet each other. Now, will this make things run less effectively? Will it make things run slower? Of course it will, but I don't give a f. I'm trying to keep people safe, including me. If you're going to have snacks and drinks, make sure everything is single serve and individually wrapped. Do not have the usual buffet table of cakes and donuts and bowls of pretzels and nuts. That is an invitation to spread this thing around. So, if you follow these tips to keep your crew to a minimum, keep the set closed so there is no one around, keep interaction of your actors and participants to zero if possible, use common sense about food and hand washing and no shaking hands, and well, you should be pretty good on set. Now, Who is responsible for making all of this happen? I will tell you. You are. You are the sole person responsible for your safety when you are working on set. So I was the one who made these demands. And I mean demands. Otherwise, I would not work the gig. If you allow others to put you in an unsafe situation, it is still your responsibility. Hey, thank you for joining me for this Grip Truck Extras episode. If you are going to be working during this outbreak, just be sure to take precautions to stay safe. I'm Jim Ross with Cinematics HD, and, well, in a few months, I'll see you on set. Hey, production people, Jim here with a little add-on to the end of this video. Turns out the client decided that it was just too risky to film even with all the precautions we were taking, which is probably the best way to stay safe during this outbreak, is to just not work. Stay home. Be safe. And that's what the client decided to do, so we did not even shoot, which is probably for the best. Hey, I'll see you guys on set.